or Navasu. This means the return of the light, and the deity is Aditi, and she is as vast and boundless as the sky. She is the mother of the gods. So this quality has a very divine quality to it because the ruler, the planetary ruler, is Jupiter. And as guru, he has, he gives a lot of intellectual prowess to the sign, and there is a sense of inspiration because this is the star of renewal. And that means that, especially people that are born with this nakshatra strong, the second time around they are usually successful. So there is a sense of leaving on a journey, which Jupiter loves to do, and then returning to home. And if people that are born with this nakshatra strong don't have a home base, then they feel very lost. So there is a definite need for a journey and a return. Now at this time of the lunar eclipse, we have opposite this, K2 is conjunct all of these planets in Sagittarius still. And in this time since the solar eclipse of Christmas Day, Christmas Day night, we see that there's a lot of tension in the world. Australia is on fire, and we have tension in Iraq and Iran against the United States, and it seems like there's just a lot of anxiety and talk of war. So this is a moment to remember that there are still a couple planets in Purva Ashada, and we have to remember that Purva Ashada is ruled by the goddess of water, Apis. And so this is a very divine placement, I feel, at this time, to have this goddess there. Now, looking at the opposite nakshatra, we have Mrigashira and Ardra in Gemini, opposite of Sagittarius. And even though the star Sirius is not on the ecliptic, it is definitely included in the nakshatras. And this is where we can feel the watery quality of the star Sirius opposing to the goddess of water, Apis, in Sagittarius. So calling in these water energies, I feel, is really going to help heal ourselves and the planet, especially calm down the elementals. And I know this seems all very esoteric talk, but when you've got 6 planets in one sign, we need to get down to business and talk about what can shift this energy. Now, all of these planets will go into Capricorn by the end of the month. And we do have the new moon in Shravana Nakshatra, which is also going to be the Chinese New Year, and that takes place on the 24th. And that's also when Saturn shifts into Capricorn. So when that happens, I feel like a lot of this intensity is really going to start to ground itself. And as Saturn rules Capricorn, this is a really, strong placement for grounding this energy and getting things done. So, yeah, with that, let's shift to looking at the transits. Hey, you guys. Okay, so let's take a look at the charts for this month because things are shifting fast. And especially for this full moon, we have a very important Jupiter K2 conjunction. So let's take a look at that. So you can see here on the full moon, and you always know it's the full moon or new moon because the degrees are exact. So here we have the sun at 25:52 of Sagittarius, Purva Ashada, and we have the moon at 25:52 of Gemini, Punavarsu, and that is where the lunar eclipse is taking place because we see Rahu is there. And so what is, riding along with this? Well, opposite Rahu, we have Ketu, and with Ketu, Jupiter is just moving away from an exact alignment that happened on the 8th, 2 days before the full moon. So what does this mean? What does this energy mean? Well, first of all, having the moon in Gemini in Purnavarsu means, it's the star of renewal. So I feel like coming around and doing something a second time might be more successful. And I'm hoping that this will help with negotiations, especially internationally, because Purva Ashada literally means declaration of war. So we have a very, very tense situation going on now with Iran and Iraq and the United States, and all of these planets are in the United States first house. So, having the declaration of war, nakshatra, opposite this lunar eclipse is probably not a good sign. And of course, I'm in the United States, so this is from my perspective. And I'm not trying to, inflame fears or be a fearmonger, but it seems like this is a door we have to walk through right now. And we need strong leaders for that. And Mars is the soldier. Mars is in Scorpio, and Mars is coming from behind. He's, only at 10 degrees Scorpio right now. So he's still very, he's not quite mature in the sign yet. And that can show foolhardy behavior, especially for the United States, because this indicates foreign lands, our 12th house. But, having Mercury, Sun, Jupiter, and then this Jupiter K2 conjunction, and also, Mercury and Sun are conjunct as well. Look at that on this day. So this is definitely going to be some war hawks squawking at this time. Now, moving on to we'll go forward from the 10th. After that, and of course, Venus and Neptune are together now, and that really indicates like delusions, to tell you the truth. Romantic delusions, rose-colored glasses. If you have planets in Aquarius or aspecting Aquarius, such as Leo, be very careful of rose-colored glasses at this time. And then as we approach the 24th, we see Saturn is Sankrati, which means on the cusp. And here we are on the 24th, and we have him just over the edge in Uttara Ashada, which one of the deities that rules that is Ganesha. So Ganesha is an elephant, and this puts the political favor back into the hands of the Republicans in the United States.
Jupiter, however, is still in Sagittarius, so there's a definite war. When Jupiter goes into Capricorn in April, then we're going to see all of the favor and power shifting back to the Republicans. But between now and then, it's going to be a tug of war. But having Saturn go into Capricorn on this day is giving the Republicans some hope. Now, I just want to say that, you know, I don't put my political opinions in this at all. This is completely what I see. And yeah, I don't want to favor either side. I'm just showing what I see. And the horse nakshatras favor the Democrats. And especially Uttara Ashada favors Republicans. So, but here we have it on the 24th. And the exact times here, we have 10 degrees, 13 minutes. This takes place at 4:40 p.m. EST for the new moon. And this is also the Chinese New Year. And it's the year of the metal rat. And I will be doing a separate video with another colleague of mine who is a feng shui expert and Chinese astrology aficionado. So, but yeah, I feel like this is going to be, you know, a real indicator, having the moon in Shravana, which indicates the moon, which is ruled by the moon, of the feminine nature that's coming this year, because we also have Rahu shifting into Taurus in September, that's ruled by Venus. Venus will be in Taurus, her own sign this year, and she'll go retrograde. And so Venus only goes retrograde once every year and a half. And so I feel like that's going to really lend a feminine vibe to this year. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything, please send me a message, and I hope this helps. And of course, if you want a reading from me, you can just go to my website, and the link is below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I appreciate you for watching. Thank you. Namaste.